Teri and I first met was because Teri was wearing a necklace that said hope, and she's also has a book, Powered by Hope. So welcome, Teri.
So my name's Teri Griege, and I am a stage 4 colon cancer fighter/survivor. And what makes me suited to stand up here today, I guess, is because once I was diagnosed, I didn't give up. I didn't stop doing what I was doing before. And I think if that's the one message I hope for all of you to walk away with today is don't give up. Whatever little bit we can do, we have to keep doing. I was diagnosed 2 weeks after I finished an Ironman. I don't know if anybody in here knows what an Ironman is. An Ironman is a triathlon. A triathlon is 3 sports: swim, bike, run. The Ironman distance is the longest of all distance. So it's a 2.4-mile open water swim, a 112-mile bike, and then a marathon, 26.2-mile run. And yes, all in one day, because I'll get the question, oh, you must do one a day. So I was diagnosed 2 weeks after I finished an Ironman. And I was in my colon, it had already moved to my liver. And fortunately, and I think this is true for many people, when my doctor gave me the diagnosis, he gave me some hope. And Michelle and I talk about that word hope, hope. H-O-P-E, how ordinary people endure. So think about that, how ordinary people endure. So I was chosen then to be an inspirational athlete at the Ironman World Championship in Kona, Hawaii. So if you've ever watched, in fact, it was on a week ago today on NBC, the Channel 5, it's on Channel 5, and it's about the World Championship. It's an hour and a half. And they pick 4 or 5 inspirational athletes from around the world, and I was chosen to do that. So it's given me a platform to really share my story, to go out and touch people, to talk to big groups, small groups, anybody I can, and just say, hey, you know, what I say is everybody has a cancer, everybody has a dream. Everybody has an adversity, whether it be cancer or MS or depression, or, I mean, we all have something in our lives, and it's all about how are we going to live with it, how are we going to succeed and get to the next point, wherever we want to go, whatever that may be. So a few things. I didn't do it alone, and I had an army. I built an army. I had a coach that helped me. I had friends that trained with me. I had support groups that I went to. I had my family. I had my faith. So I always say I didn't do it alone, and I still don't today. I was able to complete the 6 major world marathons: Chicago, New York, Boston, Berlin, London, and Tokyo. 6. So that was very exciting. And then I've also done the World Championship Half Ironman. I did that in September. So I don't compete anymore, but I participate. And I think that's the other key, is that we have to continue to participate to whatever our abilities are. Anybody remember Diana Nyad? Anybody know who she is? The swimmer? Yep. So she swam from Cuba to Key West, 110 miles in about 70 hours. And if anybody remembers when the news had the whole broadcast on her as she came up out of the water, anybody remember when she came up out of the water? All swollen, just, I mean, wow. Jellyfish stings, and can you imagine the sea legs that she had? I mean, and people were trying to help her, and she pushed them all away, and she pushed them away. She held up 3 fingers. I can still see her standing there today. I still see her vision, 3 fingers. She said, number 1, you're never too old, and I like to add, you're never too young. You're never too old or you're never too young to have a goal, a dream. So her dream was to do this swim, and her first attempt was when she was 20 years old. She has a TED Talk, and I suggest, if you want, Google her and look it up. It's amazing, totally amazing. Never too young, never too old, never too sick, whatever. I mean, don't give up on your dreams and your goals. Number 2, never alone. She said she just didn't decide to go swim 110 miles and jumped in the ocean. And I mean, years they mapped out the currents and what it was going to take, the equipment she was going to need, and how they were going to feed her. And the same with me with doing that Ironman. It was a coach, and it was, you know, better race wheels, and it was what could I physically tolerate during the race in order to keep my nutrition up. So never alone. She had a team. She didn't do it alone. And then number 3, never, ever, ever give up. So if I leave you with 3 thoughts, those are the 3 things I would leave you with today. I'm honored to be here, honored to have met Michelle, and my personal motto is Powered by Hope. The Ironman motto is anything is possible, so Powered by Hope, anything is possible. Have a great afternoon.
Amazing.